What's going on, everyone? Data Report here for datareport.info with the Saturday, February 18th, 2023 pandemic update. We do have two updates on positive COVID cases that we brought to you earlier this week. First, starting off with the E Street Band. This is Bruce Springsteen's band. And multiple members of his band have now tested positive. This outbreak started last weekend. And first off, the guitarist and right-hand man Steven Van Zandt tested positive. Then Patty Scalfa, who is Springsteen's wife, tested positive, and Susie Terrell. Then I was alerted by someone, Status Master E, posted onto my page that Neil Lofner might have also tested positive as well, and we just found out last night that Jake Clemens also tested positive. The band is still continuing on. Several of the members have actually already come back, which to me seems relatively quick, especially if they had Paxlovid. We know they could have possibility of a rebound case. The second one I want to tell you about is something that I reported on earlier this week, and you probably know by now. Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom, that's King Charles' wife, tested positive for COVID earlier this week, and I did not put this update on the site yet. I'm going to very shortly, probably after this video or at some point this evening. And he says that she is recovering from her diagnosis, and his quote is, "She is getting better. She's getting better." So that is some good news. Moving on here, I thought since we don't have much news to report on today, I would give you a refresher on the symptoms of long COVID. And if you've been sick with COVID for more than a week, maybe more than 2 weeks, you want to start considering that, hey, you may possibly have long COVID. And here's what the symptoms are. Here's the general ones. Tiredness or fatigue that interferes with daily life. Maybe you have a fever that persists. That does happen. I've heard of many of cases where people constantly get a fever and it just does not want to go. And in some cases, symptoms get worse after physical or mental effort to improve those symptoms. Then you have your respiratory and heart symptoms such as difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, cough, chest pain, fast breathing or pounding heart, also known as heart palpitations. Neurological symptoms, yes, this is quite common. Difficulty thinking or concentrating, sometimes referred to as brain fog, headaches, sleep problems, dizziness when you stand up, lightheadedness, pins and needles feelings, change in smell or taste, depression or anxiety, digestive symptoms, diarrhea, stomach pain, other symptoms, joint or muscle pain, rash, changes in menstrual cycles. Yep, it can all happen. There's up to 200 different symptoms. The symptoms that I feel that I have with my long COVID on the regular are cough, chest pains, headaches, sleeping problems. Sometimes I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I can sleep, and I sleep for a decent amount of time. But yet I wake up, I'm still fatigued. Post-nasal drip. Cough and chest pain. That's probably my most common one, as I have asthma, and I deal with that on a daily basis. I deal with that, with the biggest problem being when I wake up in the morning, or summertime when it gets really hot and humid. So, yep, I thought I would just give you a refresher on some of the latest reported symptoms of long COVID. And really, there isn't an organ in your body that COVID cannot infect. So, a lot of the times, people find out about things long after having COVID just by running on some tests, and they end up finding, oh, wait a second, I didn't know I had this issue. Yep, COVID can cause that. Alright, taking a look at the latest CDC Transmission Map. And you will see here that 1,878 counties are in high transmission, substantial 713 counties, moderate is 463 counties, low is 168 counties. So altogether, yes, the pandemic is not over, and meanwhile we're going to convince ourselves that, hey, it's okay, let's just end the pandemic emergency on May 11th. There is one thing I do want to bring to your attention real quickly. Take a look at Puerto Rico. Yes, you're actually, if you look real closely, there's actually some moderate transmission there, and there's a lot more substantial transmission, so there are less high transmission areas in Puerto Rico. We'll have to see how long that lasts. I'm not convinced that's going to hold. All right, taking a look at the latest variant proportions here. XBB15 is at 80.2%. BQ1.1 is at 12.1%. BQ.1 is at 3.7%. XBB is at 1.5%. CH1.1 is at 1.2%. All right, Walgreens positivity. Again, we are pretty much just in the middle of a stuck pattern of going nowhere. Current week, 32.5%. Prior week, 33%. Taking a look at Maine, Maine is at 26.8%. That is now 11.9% drop week over week. New Hampshire is at 31.3%. That is a 6.6 drop from the 37.8% last week. Vermont is on the about starting to drop now. You could say Vermont is dropping. It says difference of 1.3% up, but take a look at the chart here. The chart shows it is starting to fall now, and that's going to reverse, but I don't think that's going to last very long because it is a major ski weekend up in New England, so they probably would start rising again by the end of next week. 27.3% this week. Pennsylvania, my state, 29.5% positivity. That's down 1.9%. Oklahoma is now up 10% with a 30.3% positivity rate. How about Nebraska? We haven't looked at Nebraska in a while. 38.7% versus 33.3% last week. That is up 5.4%. And if you look at the chart here, it is starting to go up rather quickly. Arizona, 34.9%. That is up by 5.3%. How about South Carolina? 31.3%. That is up 1.5%. Oregon is 33.5%. That is up by 8.5%. You can see here on the chart, it's going up relatively quickly. And we will end last but not least on Florida, 33.4%, with the prior week being 34.7%, and a difference of 1.3% down. Florida is something we'll have to watch going into March. Spring break season will start, and there will be a lot of people that travel to Florida at that point in time, if not already. There's probably already a lot of the winter people that travel there south for the winter, but I think the busiest time in Florida is spring break. Already, moving on to New York State. Bad news in New York State. 3,768 cases today. That's a significant rise over yesterday. 4.4% positivity. 7-day average is also 4.4%. No update on hospitalizations today, but the most recent one has 2,107 people hospitalized and 232 people in the ICU. Taking a look at deaths. 71 deaths were added yesterday. 2,862 deaths so far this week. There may be a couple more that get added today, but the good news is we are seeing a week with deaths below 3,000. So that's good, but a big reminder and disclaimer, there are many deaths that do not get added because they get labeled as something else, even though its original cause might have been COVID, whether it be a heart condition caused by COVID or long COVID, and we don't have an accurate count of the long COVID deaths, which is really just frustrating and concerning. So as you can see here in the United States, the pandemic's not over. It's not going to be over anytime soon. It's going to continue on. Let's take a little bit of the international numbers here. And you can see Japan, cases are down 35%. Taiwan, cases are down 20%. But then you come to Germany, cases are up 12%. Russia's up 28%. Austria's up 20%. Italy is down 19%. France is up 1%. Poland is still up 62%. That's really concerning. Belgium's now up 8%. Ukraine is up 42%. And Netherlands, they're now up 24%. Romania is up 14%. Israel's up 7%. Argentina's up 98%, so there's a lot of places that are rising. South Africa is actually down 10%. Malaysia's up 4%. Slovenia's up 46%, but Indonesia's down 9%. Hong Kong's down 39%. Portugal's up 0.3%, and ending on Peru, Peru's up almost 1%. Alright, I'd like to thank you for watching the Saturday edition of the Pandemic Update video. We'll probably do another one tomorrow. We'll see how much data there is. And we'll definitely have something else up on the channel tomorrow as well. Thank you for watching this. If you like the content I do on my channel, whether it be the special reporting that's going on with the East Palestine train derailment or anything else I have reported on, whether it be climate or anything else, or these pandemic updates, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Alright, see you again next time, and stay safe, everyone.